You've heard a lot of myths about joining the Air Force. Chair Force? Too dumb to get a civilian job? All of those things. What's the truth behind some of those major myths? In fact, this doesn't even need to be Air Force specific, because in this video I'll talk about some of the major misconceptions about joining the military generally. So let's get to it. What's up everybody, I'm Ashley Noel. On this channel we talk about military lifestyles, leadership tips, and tips for living and working abroad. So if any of those topics interest you, please make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons down below. First up, everyone in the Air Force is a pilot. Y'all, that's like assuming everyone who works for NASA is an astronaut. It takes a whole lot of people to get those planes in the air and to run a base. In truth, less than 5% of people in the Air Force are pilots. There's a whole lot more to it than just flying planes. 2, the difference between enlisted members and officers is that all officers have college degrees and enlisted members don't. A lot of people join the Air Force specifically for the education benefits. So while it is true that to be an officer you have to have at least a bachelor level degree, and it is also true that most enlisted members join the Air Force without any type of college level degree, a lot of enlisted members end up getting their bachelor's degrees and even master's degrees during their service. 3, the Air Force is the chair force, and they don't do any real war fighting. Here's the thing. The Air Force and Space Force domains are air, space, and cyberspace. We provide superiority over those realms. Because for one, if you're thinking about warfare as purely kinetic war, so hand-on-hand combat, that is a very limited and inaccurate view of modern warfare, which nowadays includes a lot of other types of warfare, such as cyber attacks, for instance, rather than gunfights. But you also have to take into account what each military branch is designed to do during a war. So in the most basic, simplified model of war, each branch plays its own role. The Marines, for instance, are designed to be that initial attacking force. They storm the beaches and they provide that swift and strong suppression of enemy forces. But they're not designed to maintain that level of intense suppression for too long. The Marines are able to do so long enough for the Army to come in with their tanks and massive numbers of ground forces so that they can take over for that long-haul ground fight. Meanwhile, the Air Force is providing air support so that if those ground troops are coming under enemy fire, the Air Force can swoop in and provide suppression fire against those enemy ground forces from above. Also, the Air Force is transporting cargo and personnel in our cargo planes, and we're providing intel from above and securing our cyber domain. The Navy, meanwhile, is controlling the seas and can help provide air superiority. So every branch has its function. The Air Force function is not to storm the beaches or to run from foxhole to foxhole dodging bullets, but it is much, much harder, if not outright impossible, to win a war without superiority over those air, space, and cyberspace domains. We each play our part in the war fight. 4, people who join the military are dumb and probably just couldn't get hired by a civilian company. I don't really know what to say to that one, except for that it's just not true. Military members are just like a microcosm of the civilian world, except for that we are held to higher standards of discipline and personal behavior. We're just as smart as anyone you would find working similar types of jobs in the civilian sector. We were just drawn to the military lifestyle and wanted to support a different sort of mission than those who chose to remain in the civilian sector. Alright, if you like this video, if you learned something new, please make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons down below. It is completely free to you, and it does actually help the channel and lets me know that the information that I'm providing is actually useful. If there's any military specific type of topic that you want me to talk about, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll answer whatever questions that I can. I do appreciate your time. I thank you for being here, and I'll see you.